Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, the Wings Only Racing 360 Winged Sprint Car Series. Tonight we are here live from the virtual USA International Speedway. As myself, Brett Wheeler, on the call for the coverage. Here tonight we're in qualifying at the moment. The driver that we are watching at the moment is Chris Sabeski. In car number 21 goes 7th quick here with an 18.711. Lance Loomis jumps to position number 2. Dustin Griffiths the catch fence. And car number 82 is 18th quick with a 19.406. Lap number 2. Going to be a whole lot better for the number 82 machine as he stops the clock with an 18.662. He will jump to position number 7. Chris Sabeski will jump up to position number 5, the Little Hurricane. Mason Hannigan second quick with an 18.519. An 18.519 for Mason Hannigan. Coming off a win last week is Dylan Simmelman. He is quick time at the moment with an 18.482. Matthew Peck on screen in the Nice Energy Drink. Car number 14. Lap number 1 for Matthew Peck, this time by out of turn number 4. Still got a couple of other cars on the racetrack right now. Matthew Peck, 18.977. Jonty Goss in car number 18 in the Simmons Civil Contracting. Valvoline KTM, car number 18. 20th quick with a 19.027. Can Jonty improve on lap number 2? Yes, with an 18.910. 17th quick. Lance Christie in car number 42 on the racetrack right now is lap number 1 for Lance Christie with a 19.066. And Nicholas Brooks trying to get his first lap in here at the USA International Speedway. We'll see what kind of time Brooks will do. 18.745. Lance Christie on screen. 18.636. Jumps to position number 6. 24 cars have taken a time. The number 24, Nicholas Brooks, will take his final lap, and it is a little slower than lap number 1. His time, that lap was an 18.789. He's quickest with an 18.745. And that will conclude a 23-car field here tonight. 2 other drivers have entered the server, Tanner Tomasi and Mark Bremkamp. Those drivers yet to take a lap time here at the USA International Speedway, the Wings Only Racing League, presented by Green to Checker. Right here at USA, alternating between 410s and 360s on a week-by-week basis. Last week, we travelled to Williams Grove Speedway. Dylan Simmelman, he picked up the victory at the Grove, taking one away from the PA Posse as they look to move off the porch and they travel to Lakeland, Florida here for the virtual USA International Speedway. We'll take a quick break and come back, and let's get a bit of music going into... in fact, I've already got it on here. awaiting the qualifying session to end. Alright, qualifying done and dusted. 3 heat races on the program for tonight's Wings Only Racing 360 Winged Sprint Car Series live from the virtual USA International Speedway. Heat race number 1. Let's go trackside to take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. 10 laps is going to be the distance. The inversion tonight was 4. Starting on pole in car number 5 in the Steel Cycle entry, Brandon Steele will start position number 1. On the outside of the front row, driving car number 21, it's Chris Sabeski. He will start position number 2. Second row inside, outside, position 3, driving car number 2. Wyatt Brown will start position 3. Dylan Simmelman goes quick time tonight, will earn the right to start off position number 4 with the inversion. Lining up out of position number 5 for True Speed Motorsports in car number 13, Jordan Mitchell. And starting position number 6, driving car number 357, Alan Gates. And your final row out of position number 7, driving car number 18, Jonty Goss. And alongside him in car number 32, William Duvall lines up out of position number 8. As this big 3/4 of a mile racetrack. Track has had a bit of a touch up, and we'll continue on to monitor the track throughout the rest of the night. And I believe during the warm-up session, it'll also cop a little bit of a scratching. But again, we'll wait to get the official word from Race Control and the admins here at the Wings Only Racing League, presented by Green to Checkers. As the drivers will get their 1 to green signal right now. Hello. Holiday, is it you, Sean? Drivers down out of turn number 2 behind the iRacing.com pace track. We are set for green flag action off of turn number 4 this time by. And it is going to be Brandon Steele. In that number 5 machine, the Steel Cycle, SteelCycle.com number 5 getting set along with Chris Sabeski, Wyatt Brown, Dylan Simmelman. The top 2 rows, Jordan Mitchell, Alan Gates, Goss and Duvall as we go green here in heat race number 1 of 3. Sabeski trying his hand down low through turn number 1 and 2, side by side for the race lead. Now here comes the 81 of Dylan Simmelman trying to sneak his nose into the mix under the bottom side. 3 wide for the race lead up for turn number 4. Brandon Steele will have it down into turn number 1 and 2. Simmelman will stay down low and he will get the run off turn number 2, but Brandon Steele back to the outside. They drag race into turn number 3. Simmelman, does he stay low? Yes, he does. He's got the grip. He's got it down low out of turn number 4. 2 in the books, 8 to run. And Dylan Simmelman proving that why he is one of the best in the business right now as he looks to move clear of the number 5 of Brandon Steele. All drivers going to make the show here tonight. A 22 car field. Sabeski in that number 21 machine. trying to get by the number 5 of Brandon Steele. Then you go back to Jordan Mitchell, that True Speed Motorsports number 13 machine. Back there in the 4th position at this stage. Going to get any further. 4 laps in, 6 to run here in heat race number 1. All drivers down low through turn number 1 and 2 as Simmelman puts half a second between himself and Brandon Steele, who runs in the second spot. The SteelCycle.com number 5. Inversion started on pole, qualified what would have been 12th quick. Now the gap starts to widen up between Simmelman and Steele. Steele moving away from Chris Sabeski, who rides into position number 3. Then you go back to Jordan Mitchell, Wyatt Brown. That's probably the 2 closest cars as the battle is potentially about to happen. Wyatt Brown, that number 2 machine, trying to get a run right now into turn number 1 and 2. Jordan Mitchell still holds on to 4th. Then you go back to Alan Gates in that bright sky blue number 357 in 6th position. John Goss in 7th. William Duval rounds out an 8-car field. Right now, tip of the green, 2 to go as we go down the back straight away. Dylan Simmelman continues to lead here in the opening heat race of the night. You see that line already starting to slicken up on the entry into turn number 3. The white flag flies here in heat race number 1. Simmelman three-quarters of a mile away from victory, and it's a lot shorter than that now as he makes his way down the back straightaway. In the corners number 3. That'll turn number 4. Dylan Simmelman coming in the screen right now. He gets the win. Simmelman, car, Brandon Steele out of fuel there. Jordan Mitchell grabs 2nd. Wyatt Brown 3rd. Brandon Steele, Sabeski, Gates, Goss, and Duval to round out your 8 cars here in heat race number 1. Still 2 more heats left to go. Let's go trackside. Take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for heat race number 2. Starting on pole, driving car number 04, Sean Pauser on his outside the 55 of Robert Satterfield. For True Speed Motorsports, the 888 of Corey Wenzel will start position 3. Randy Hannigan, Mason Hannigan, in fact, that is in the 22, will start position number 4. Richie Preston will start position number 5. Josh Flood will line up out of position 6. Matthew Peck out of 7th. And Jimmy Mast to line up out of position number 8. Heat race number 2, cars making their way into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, Sean Pauser driving that number 04 machine. Pace truck is in. He stands on the gas. Heat race number 2 of the Wings Only Racing League is underway. Corey Wenzel, Hannigan, and Satterfield 3 wide down through turn number 1 and 2. Hannigan looks to get the best of that situation. He gets the best of Corey Wenzel. Into turns number 3 and 4. Satterfield now working the outside groove. So we go into 1 and 2 at this stage. Satterfield going to follow Pauser. Hannigan a car lane lower than what Robert Satterfield is on the exit of turn number 2. Then you go back closely followed by Corey Wenzel. So the top 4. You can throw a blanket over. Here goes Pauser to the inside. Hannigan looks to the outside now. 2 laps in, 8 to run. Satterfield, Pauser, side by side. Hannigan 3 wide off turn 2. Hannigan going to move up in front of Wenzel, and Satterfield looks for the race lead. Here comes Hannigan and Wenzel down to the low side. Oh, nearly 3 wide down the front straightaway. Into 1 and 2, 3 wide for the race lead. Oh yeah, you know this is what we want to see. Satterfield, Pauser, Hannigan and Wenzel. Someone's feelings might be about to get hurt. They run 2 by 2. Hannigan and Wenzel make contact. Hannigan gets that 1X machine out of shape just a little bit. Robert Satterfield to the race lead on lap number 5. Pauser now under pressure from the Triple Eight of Wenzel. Wenzel ducks to the low side on the exit of turn number 4. Will he try the slider into turn number 1? He goes the slider line, but he still leaves a lane. He leaves a lane up on the top side for that 04 machine of Sean Pauser. As Robert Satterfield now starts to check out and starts to move clear. He was 2/10 quicker than Sean Pauser on the last lap, and Robert Satterfield, he's got the 55 hooked up, and here comes Mason Hannigan. The little hurricane back right up on the tail tank and the rear crash bar of Corey Wenzel. Both cars, Hannigan and Wenzel, they look at the moment a little faster than the 4 machine of Sean Pauser. But Pauser doing a fantastic job, and he's doing absolutely nothing wrong. He's held his line for the entire 8 laps as we go into turn number 3. This time by the complete lap number 8. Wenzel with a slide job. Here goes Pauser and Hannigan to the inside. Hannigan again. Cops the left rear. Unintentional. Pauser right through the middle. Wenzel around the outside. Gets clear of him out of turn number 2. And now here comes Hannigan down. Slide job into turn number 3. There's nearly contact. Satterfield and Wenzel first and second. Third is the battle between Pauser and Hannigan. Hannigan with a slide job. Pauser had to get off the gas and on the binders. He gets relegated back to position 4 as we go into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Robert Satterfield victorious here in heat race number 2. Second will go to Corey Wenzel, Sean Pauser. In fact, Randy Hannigan, Sean Pauser, Matthew Peck, Jimmy Mars, Richie Preston and Josh Flood. The only car, he finishes 1 lap down. But how about the race for the top 4 spots in those opening 4 laps? And then those final 6 laps, we had a great 2 and 3 car battle for the minor placings. Heat race number 3. Cars making their way out onto the racetrack right now. Let's go trackside. Take a look here at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Jeffrey Herrick in car number 49 going to start on pole. On the outside, they call him the catch fence. Dustin Griffiths will start position number 2. Lance Christie in position number 3. Lance Limbs will line up out of position number 4. Position 5 is going to be Nicholas Brooks, and Dakota Dillon will start position 6. Evan Harvey will make up a 7-car field. Hello, Patricia. Welcome back. We'll play some tunes right now and come back with the start of heat race number 3 here at the USA International Speedway. The Wings Only Racing 360 Wing Sprint Cars. Alright, here we go. Heat race number 3. The Wings Only Racing League. It is 360 Winged Sprint Car Series. Live from the virtual USA International Speedway. Pace truck into the infield. Green flag set to fly, and Jeffrey Herrick going to lead down the front straightaway. Into turn number 1 and 2. Dustin Griffiths and Lance Christie, they race side by side. As Griffiths around the outside, put the right rear up on the cushion and just let it sail. He'll do the same thing down into turn number 3. 4 wheels in the fluff upstairs. Herrick will lead Griffiths through turn number 1 and 2. Once again, Lance Loomis back there in 3rd position. The True Speed Motorsports number 66 machine, but the battle is on for the race lead. Slide job, Griffiths nearly catching the caution there, right up on the wall. As Jeffrey Herrick moves to the inside. Right goes Griffiths. He thought about trying to go around the outside, but Herrick, he moved up and took away the momentum from the number 82 machine. We go into 3 and 4. Loomis maybe trying to follow second spot, the 82 of Dustin Griffiths, but now Griffiths, he's going to dive down low down into turn number 1. Slide job for the race lead. Herrick back to the inside. How good is USA at the moment? Putting on some fantastic racing, and Herrick going to move back and put his own slider right now on the Crescent's Donut number 82 machine, but Dustin Griffiths to the race lead, and look out boys, because here comes Lance Loomis. Oh no, catch fence! Right into the catch fence, and well, that's going to lose, and that's going to put him back to position number 6 at this stage. And now the battle is on. Herrick v Loomis, and Loomis around the outside. Side by side into turn number 1. Herrick slide job on Loomis. Loomis, nice crossover. Underneath out of turn number 2. They will race down into turn number 3. Continue to go side by side. Loomis going to move up the line and take the light away from Herrick. He got out of the gas and got all sorts of crossed up there on the exit of turn number 4. And Lance Loomis, 6 laps complete, and he's into the lead. Nicholas Brooks in 3rd. He has a massive moment in turns 1 and 2. Lance Christie back there in 4th. And 5th is Evan Harvey. Just the 5 cars left in this one, with just 3 laps left to circle around the 3/4 of a mile racetrack. USA Speedway. Brooks still holds on to 2nd. 3rd is Brooks. Christie 4th. And rounding out the top 5, still Evan Harvey. No change for 3rd, 4th and 5th, and still no change up front. Lap times at the moment in the mid-19 second bracket. We're looking at 19.4s for your race leader, a 19.454 for Lance Loomis. As he sees the white flag flies. Heat race number 3 here at the USA International Speedway, the Wings Only Racing League. Presented by Green to Checker, 2 turns away for Lance Loomis. He will enter turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, checkered flag is out. Lance Loomis with the win. Jeffrey Herrick home in 2nd. Nicholas Brooks in 3rd. Lance Christie 4th. Rounds out the top 5, Evan Harvey. And then you go back to Dustin Griffiths and Dakota Dillon. As looks like we are going to have one B main. And it's going to be contested over 8 laps. As we take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. So I can tell you that with Tanner Tomasi and Mark Bremkamp, both drivers didn't grid. So a 14 car field, however, because they have entered into the server, it is recognized them as drivers. So instead we're going to have one B main. However, the 14 drivers that make up your starting grid will all transfer. We take the top 15. Brandon Steele, Sean Pauser in row number 1. Lance Christie and Chris Sabeski in row 2. Matthew Peck, Evan Harvey, row 3. Row 4, Alan Gates and Jimmy Mars. Row 5, Dustin Griffiths and Jonty Goss. Row 6, Richie Preston, Dakota Dillon. And row 7, William Duvall and Josh Flood. And there is Tomasi and Bremkamp. Now I can tell you Richie Preston has gone as well. He's caught it. He's packed up and called it quits. So we'll let some music play once again, and let's get back after it here in just a few moments' time. Alright, here we go, pace truck. To the infield. Brandon Steele has an opportunity to put that 5 up near the front of the field of tonight's A main event. Green flag is out. 8 laps of distance here in the one and only B main with all cars transfer. So it's all going to be about jostling for positions. The more cars you pass in this, technically, the less cars that you have to pass in the main event. Brandon Steele through turn number 3 and 4. Sean Pauser on screen, who had a great battle with Hannigan, Wenzel and Satterfield. As here goes Sebeski trying to cut it down low out of turn number 2. Looks for second, car into the wall. That's the last energy drink number 14 of Matthew Peck. Slide job from Sebeski. And Chris Sebeski will move into position 2, but here comes Sean Pauser. Back up at it, up on the top side of the racetrack. Brandon Steele continues to lead. And the battle still rages on between Sebeski and Pauser. Pauser, how will he get around the 21 this time by? He looks to outside, inside, goes back to the inside. He leaves him a lane up top, runs to the middle, leaving him not very much room, but he's still enough room for the 21 to work around the outside. Halfway home this time by 4 down, 4 to run, tonight's B-Main. Balls are all over the back of Sebastian, and now here comes the 42 of Lance Christie. Lance Christie in the 42 machine, looking for a top 3 in tonight's B-Main. He's got the Twisted Motorsports number 42 machine. 5 laps in, 3 laps left to run. Slide job by Pauser, but no, backs out of it. And again, leaves that top side open. But here comes Christie to the middle of the racetrack now, looking to get position number 3 from Sean Pauser. And Christie in the 42 may have just found something right through the middle of turn number 3 and 4. The door closes for Pauser, the 2 Twisted Motorsports cars. They were side by side. Pauser and saves it. There was contact with Christie's. They went into turn number 3. The white flag is out. One final lap around the virtual USA International Speedway. And Brandon Steele in the Steel Cycle number 5 entry. He will win tonight's B-Main as he comes out of turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Steele, Sebeski, Christie and Pauls are the top 4. 5th is going to go to, we believe that'll be William Duval. There we go. Timing and scoring all wants to jumble up just at the right time. We'll take a quick break and come back on the other side of this. Your A main event. Alright, welcome back ladies and gentlemen to Ultimate Dirt TV for the coverage here of the Wings Only Racing 360 Winged Sprint Car Series. Live tonight from the virtual USA International Speedway, the longest dirt track on the iRacing.com service. 0.75 miles in distance, 3/4 of a mile. You can see by these long straightaways, then you go back into the tight turns. These drivers get set to tackle 30 laps around USA. Let's go trackside right now. Take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. And with the track being reset to 15%, it's going to make things difficult at the start for a couple of these drivers. So they're going to have to make their moves early on if they want to have any sort of chance at winning tonight. Starting on pole, driving car number 49, Jeffrey Herrick. On the outside of the front row, driving the True Speed Motorsports 888 machine, Corey Wenzel will start position number 2. It's a True Speed Motorsports second row, starting position 3, driving car number 13 of Jordan Mitchell. And Lance Loomis, driving car number 66, will start position number 4. Lining up at a position 5 in car number 55, Robert Satterfield. And on his outside, quick time tonight, winner of heat race number 1 in car number 81, Dylan Simmelman. Starting position number 7, driving car number 2, Wyatt Brown will line up alongside car number 1X, the Little Hurricane of Mason Hannigan, out of position number 8. Starting position number 9, driving car number 24, Nicholas Books. And starting position number 10, the SteelCycle.com number 5 of Brandon Steele will make up the outside of row 5. Chris Sebesque will start position number 11 in car 21. And driving car number 42, Lance Christie, will start position number 12. Position number 13 in car number 04, that is Sean Pauser and Alan Gates. Driving car number 357 will start position 14. Evan Harvey in the 33 will start position number 15. William Duvall out of position 16. 17th, there's going to be Josh Flood, Dakota Dillon out of 18. Dustin Griffiths out of 19. Jonty Goss out of position 20. Jimmy Myers, Matthew Peck are your final 22 starters here in tonight's A main event. The Wings Only Racing 360 Wings Sprint Car Series, live from the virtual USA International Speedway. Let's get dirty for 30 as Jeffrey Herrick and Corey Wenzel will lead us down into turn number 1 and 2. Wenzel looking for that lead down through turns 3. He stays low. Gets caught up a little bit just in the slick. Meanwhile, Lance Loomis, Jordan Mitchell, they race side by side, but the battle is on for the race lead down into turns 1 and 2. Herrick goes high. Wenzel down low, looking for the lead. Side by side, give it to Herrick. Only just. Keep an eye on that 81 machine of Dylan Simmelman, Jonty Goss, the Simmons Civils Contracting. KTM Valvoline number 18 machine is back on pit road. And here comes Lance Loomis. Herrick and Wenzel, they come together. Does Wenzel pull the trigger on a slide job? No, he leaves Herrick a lane upstairs. Loomis now starting to loom. Yeah, I went there, Lance. He's looming right now on the outside of the top 2. Wenzel, Loomis. Wenzel down low, Loomis 3/4 upstairs, along with Jordan Mitchell. Mitchell now. Oh, Wenzel entered a little low there in the turn number 1 and 2, but managing to gather it back up. Dylan Simmelman having a tough time here with Mason Hannigan, and we are yellow for the first time tonight. William Duvall. Well, BJ, it's time to go back to super late models. It's time to get out of sprint cars. Or stick to what you're good at, buddy. Go back to admin. Jonty Goss coming back out on pit road as well, but unfortunately for William Duvall, seems to have got enough time. I think it's time to showcase his true talent. Let's take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay and see what happened for the driver of the number 32 machine. So this is a replay. Keep an eye on that black and red. Number 32. Oh, just riding a wheel just a little bit. Well, I'm not going to say he rode a wheel, but I'm not going to say he was fed a wheel. Maybe just sliding up just a little too much, but right rear into left rear. It's never a good way to go about things. And let's just go back a little further as we go on board. Right now, this is the most airtime he's had, other than when he finished third in a super late model. So just trying to drive around it, but unfortunately he goes upside down and not in a good way. Should be able to catch that on the turn 1 wall there as well. Team Outlaw Motorsports, number 32, William Duval, going upside down, and unfortunately brings his night not so much to a premature end, because he is back on pit road and he's about to come back out onto the racetrack. The crew getting that car fixed up, and how about that? The crew have done a fantastic job and he is back out onto the racetrack. However, he is now finding himself a couple of laps down. Lights are out on the iRacing.com pace truck. Tonight, in about 4.5 hours time, we're going to have a personal stream. We're going to be racing in some fixed setup races. I believe we're going to Lernerville, non-wings and wings, so we'll see how we go with that. But again, if you're an early morning specialist or if you're a night owl, feel free to tune in. Here we go. Jeffrey Herrick, 9 down, 21 to run. Wenzel is now going to catch back up to the 49 machine. Lance Lewis rides in third. Fourth is Jordan Mitchell, and Dylan Simmelman rounds out the top 5. True Speed Motorsports second, third and fourth. Loomis going to the top shelf. Simmelman right upstairs, that right rear right in the fluff and right up along inches away from that outside wall. Here comes Loomis with a run on Wenzel. Oh, yellow, yellow, yellow. The 14 nice energy drinks of Matthew Peck going upside down. I'll be able to take a look here at your Wicked Cushion instant replay and see what happened here to Matthew Peck. You should be able to, after that tow, have a quick repair. Oh no, Lance Christie. It started with Christie. Oh, just in fact it was Brandon Steele who got up into the wall. And Matthew Peck going for a bit of a ride. Here we go. Onboard shot thanks to Black Diamond Motorsports and the Black Diamond Motorsports onboard cameras. Just tried to stay in it, get around the outside. And unfortunately, the Nos Energy Drink number 14 machine ends up upside down, and not a happy way to finish up what was, I believe, the 10th lap. Just trying to drive around the outside and just getting into the wall. Unfortunately, the crew should be able to make some running repairs to those race cars, the 360 winged sprint cars. Get the axles fixed up and top wing. Keegan, yes, this is Brett Wheeler. Duval getting a wave around, so he'll technically only be a lap down. Down, 17 remaining. The Wings Only Racing 360 Winged Sprint Car Series. I'll tell you where we go to next week. Next week, the 410s travel to Eldora Speedway. So some good races to come over the next couple of months for the Wings Only Racing League as we get set pace truckers in. Think of that follow as we go back to green. Jeffrey Herrick and will lead us down into turn number 1 and 2. Thank you, Liam. Loomis all over the back of Wenzel once again down into turn number 3. Wenzel stays low. Loomis runs upstairs through turns 3 and 4. He now pulls alongside of him. Sticks the front part of that car. As Loomis around the outside of Wenzel. Now Wenzel needs to be careful because Jordan Mitchell and Dylan Simmelman, they are there with him right now. They're about to go 3 wide. Mitchell leaving Simmelman a lane upstairs and Simmelman around the outside. He picks up one of his teammates. He's still got 2 in front. Simmelman rails the cushion just as he was about to pass Wenzel. Oh, the yellow flag is out to Jeffrey Herrick. Just as these True Speed Motorsports, just as they go to attack the 26 of Jimmy Mars, caught on the wall, the pit road wall, just as these True Speed Motorsports cars attempt to tackle the 49 machine of Jeffrey Herrick, a yellow comes out, gives him an opportunity to get the jump on the restart. He's going to have to be careful because that 81 machine of Dylan Simmelman, who sits in 4th, he'll be looking to quickly dispatch of the 888 machine of Corey Wenzel. And then once he can do that, he'll hope for another yellow and then hopefully do the same to his teammate Lance Loomis. And then once he can get onto the back of the 49 machine, pending if there's enough laps left, that 81, I get the feeling, might just have something for your race leader. But still, plenty of laps to go. We've just been given a 2 to green signal right now, so we are still going to have 11 laps left on the board here at the virtual USA International Speedway. That's Loomis, who is riding in 2nd position, that True Speed Motorsports number 66 machine. Can they bag a win off the back of Dylan Simmelman wins last week at the Grove? Can Simmelman, can he go back to back? Lights are out here on your iRacing.com. Pace Trucker Field is rolling at about 40 miles per hour. At this stage, and there goes the 14 machine of Matthew Peck, who just gets his wave arounds and will be made to go to the back of the field. However, he is still 2 laps down. I doubt that he'll be able to have any sort of impact on his finishing order, so it looks like it might be a 19th or 20th place for Matthew Peck. 11 to go. We are about to go green. He waits and waits and waits, and the green flag flies. Herrick, Loomis, now Wenzel trying to duck down low down into turn number 1 and 2. Simmelman around the outside on Wenzel. Wenzel stays low. He loses 4, loses 3rd, goes to 4th. Simmelman with a slide job on Loomis. Loomis back to the inside, but Simmelman clear as they go down the front straightaway. Loomis opting not to go the slider, and now Simmelman coming after. 8.5 to go. Down the back straightaway. Herrick, look out, you're about to have company. You might need to go to the doctors. No, it's not COVID-19. You might get the flu as he flies on by. We'll have to see. Yellow is out. And this is good for Jeffrey Herrick as this takes away lap 22, 23, 24 and 25, meaning we will have a 5-lap sprint to the end and 5 laps for Dylan Simmelman to get by Jeffrey Herrick, the race leader. Oh boy, drama here at USA. Oh yeah, just got some news. Just got some news. How to the mother, yeah. Finally something good coming out of COVID-19, but now I've just got to wait. So, we ride on board at the moment with Jeffrey Herrick looking out the back of an absolute true speed motorsport. I'm very surprised to see Wenzel though back in 6th position. We'll make that 5th as he sort of jostles over positions there with Mason Hannigan. I've got to say, Jordan Mitchell, he may have been the reason for the caution. That last caution, Jordan Mitchell is now back in, I believe he'll be on pit road. Yeah, there he is. And in fact, we'll get a look at that race car here on the front straight away. Seems as though everything wants to block our vision of that number 13 True Speed Motorsports Ultimate Turk TV. Unfortunately for Mitch, he's going to find himself with an 18th place finish. Lights are out. 5 to go. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. This is a real test here for Jeffrey Herrick. He has led every lap so far. Can that 49H, can he put 5 laps together? It would have to be the 5 laps of a lifetime to hold on over the like of Dylan Simmelman. As we are back underway, green flag is out now. Simmelman, here he comes out of turn number 2 and say goodbye, because there goes Dylan Simmelman. Although Herrick not giving up without a fight just yet, he puts a slider on. Simmelman back to the inside. Herrick tags the wall. That's the opportunity for Dylan Simmelman to put the slider into turn number 1 and 2. 4 to go. Herrick, and now here comes Lance Loomis on the top shelf. Nicholas Brooks in 4th. Corey Wenzel rounds out the top 5. Yes, Daniel Loomis is the 66 machine. And we go yellow. And there's a chance, I'm pretty sure, a green-white checker is about to come out. Sorry, we're just in the middle of things. So it looks like that the final lap is upon us. So yeah, Josh, that sucks. Looks like Dylan Simmelman, in fact, is about to come away victorious here at USA. The checkered flag is being thrown from the race, or the flagman. Dylan Simmelman victorious here at USA. There goes the fireworks in the background, and we have a winner here tonight. Car number 81, Dylan Simmelman. Jeffrey Herrick home in second. Third is going to go to Lance Loomis. Fourth will be Nicholas Brooks, and Corey Wenzel rounds out the top five. Randy Hannigan, Chris Saveske, Lance Christie, Wyatt Brown, and Evan Harvey, your top 10. 11th spot will go to William Duvall, Dakota Dillon, and 12, Alan Gates, Josh Flood, John Digosh, your top 15. Dustin Griffiths, Matthew Peck, Jordan Mitchell, Robert Satterfield, and Sean Paulsey, your top 20. 21st goes to Jimmy Mars and Brandon Steele home into position number 22. Ladies and gentlemen, it is all over. Red Rover, as we'll chat to. There is first, there is third, and we are going to bring in our top three here in just a moment. In fact, we'll bring in our first place driver here tonight, and he makes it 2 on the trot here in the Wings Only Racing League, presented by Green to Checkers, but this time he does it in a 360 wing sprint car. Dylan, congratulations, boy. That was a tough race to get going, but once you got going, it was all about those last couple of laps, and you're able to get the win.
Yeah, thanks. It's kind of sucked at so many cautions, but in all, it was good racing. And I don't know, the track was weird. There was really no bottom. It was really hard to hit, and it was just kind of slow. You lose all your momentum kind of off the corner. So the top was really primarily where you wanted to be. And I just got past Corey and Lance there, and I got second on the restart. And Jeff made a mistake, so I capitalized, and we got the win.
Track got a reset just before that main event. How difficult was that to try and get through the field in those first sort of 10, 15 laps? But while that was happening, you throw in a couple of yellows as well.
Yeah. Sorry, they were talking. Anyways, yeah, the track was weird, and the warm up I ran the bottom and was pretty fast, so it was kind of weird that the bottom went away really fast. And I saw Corey down there, but he wasn't that great down there, and I knew that it was all on the top, so it was just a matter of time before that cushion would really come in, where I'd be able to capitalize and make some ground up. And when it did, I did, and we won. So yeah, in all, it was a good race.
Well, you make it 2 in a row the past 2 Monday nights. A 410 win last week at the Grove, a 360 this week at USA. Personally, I'm glad to get away from both of these tracks and look forward to the 410s at Eldora next week. But Dylan, congratulations on the victory. Sponsor shout-outs, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes it happen for you?
Yeah, True Speed, everybody over there, TSR, SSR, Alec Kane, and Mastermind Designs for the paint. You're broadcasting this, Josh and Herrick, and for those guys putting this deal on. It's really fun to do every Sunday before the pro deal tomorrow. So, yeah, thank you guys.
Well, good luck in the pro deal tomorrow, buddy, and hopefully you can put that number 81 machine in victory lane tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you, Brett.
There we go. Dylan Simmelman home in first place tonight. Home in second spot tonight, driving the number 49 machine. He leads about all but 4 laps, and they happen to be the final 4 laps. That probably counted the most. But, Jeff, congratulations on this second place run. Boy, you started on pole, holding off the likes of Dylan Simmelman, Loomis, Wenzel, all those guys at the start. What was going through your mind there at the start of that race?
I was just hoping I finally hit the setup right, and sure enough, I got the car working good the way I like it. And from there on there, it was just hitting my lines and hitting my grooves, and hopefully that those guys wouldn't be able to catch me.
Track had a little bit of prep work done for it before that main event. Do you find that it helps the racing later on during the main event? Although that we've seen probably 1 or 2 more cautions to what we would have liked, but do you think it sort of helped the racing, or would you like to see it sort of carry over and hopefully you get a black slick track to where you can run top, bottom, or wherever?
I was doing that. We hoped it would get a nice 2-groove racing on the bottom and top. For a little bit there, I mean, me and Corey were going at it and running. He was running the bottom, I was running the top. I thought I was doing exactly what the track should have done. And then, of course, Simmelman went around me on the bottom and gave me that nice slider, and he checked out.
Well, buddy, congratulations on the second place run here tonight at USA. In the 360s, we certainly look forward to the 410s at Eldora next week. But before we let you go, of course, Jeff, sponsor, shout-outs, all that good stuff, buddy. Plenty of people behind the scenes that make this all possible.
I'd like to thank you at Ultimate Dirt TV, Green to Checkered Racing, my teammates, and they did a great job in helping us with setups and stuff. Ed Brown Trucking, Flood Racing Components, I got more landscape maintenance, iRacing photos by Nick Books, Mist web design and social media incorporated, and and Old Man Graphics that do our paint jobs. And without those guys, this team and myself would not be able to do what we're doing.
Well, Jeff, well done on second place tonight. We look forward to seeing you next week at USA.
Thank you very much, Brett.
There we go. Jeffrey Herrick, they're home in second spot, home in third spot tonight. It's LRP, Lance Loomis. Lance, congratulations on this third place run. You're pretty much right there the entire night during this 30-lap main event, but things just not going your way. But still, third place, you can't be too disappointed, buddy.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Brett. Yeah, car was hooked up pretty well tonight, but just couldn't get a long enough green flag run to really make a difference with it.
As I said to the other guys, with this track, having that scratch at the start of it, obviously the bottom side was just a little too quick, too early on. How were you going to approach, in trying and getting by those cars in front of you there at the start? Because it took a little bit for this track to wear off, but once it wore off, yourself and Dylan, Jordan, you guys were able to run that top side right up near the fence.
And warm-ups, I kind of spotted a nice little line in the middle, and I kind of committed that. There was a little line right above the pre-generated slick, so I kind of decided to settle on that spot. It seemed to work out at the start of the, and then I just decided to hammer the top. But I knew Dylan was going to get by me eventually.
Well, it was always going to be a tough gig. You started position number 4, so you pick up a second spot in your heat race. Oh no, did you win your heat race? I can't remember.
I won the heat race, yes.
Yeah, heat 3 wouldn't have been.
Yeah, it was heat 3.
Yeah, see, I'm going old. I'm getting old, but look, I've spent the last probably 7 hours broadcasting, so I think I can be excused for that one. Hey, nice job tonight. We'll let you get out of here, and we'll let you celebrate a third place run with your team, of course.
All right, thanks a lot, Brett. Thanks a lot for broadcasting this, and thanks to Green to Checkered for putting on the series, and True Speed for the setups, and Mastermind for the card.
All right, there we go. Lance Loomis there, home in third place here tonight. And again, that'll wrap us up. Congratulations goes to Dylan Simmelman, victorious here at USA, making 2 in a row on the trot here in the Wings Only Racing, presented by Green to Checkered Racing. And that'll wrap us up for our 4th broadcast here on this Sunday night / Monday, as we're going to wrap things up. And again, a big thanks to Green to Checkered Racing, Wings Only Racing League, Flood, Herrick, all those guys behind the scenes that make it all possible. And of course, our sponsors, Wicked Cushion, Wicked Energy Gum, DirtFan.com, and World of Thunder Racing League. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, the management behind the scenes, this is Brett Wheeler signing off, saying good night, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen, good night. We'll see you then.